Okay, in this video we're going to have a look at everything that we have done to do with percentages. To start off with, we really need to understand what it means by a percentage. Percentage literally just means an amount out of 100. So this means that 1% as a fraction can be written as 1/100th. 10% can be written as 10/100ths. 15% would be 15/100ths, and so on and so forth. Okay, so if we're asked to do something on a non-calculator paper, perhaps we're asked to find 15% of an amount. Let's say we're asked to find 15% of 500, let's say, and we're doing it on a non-calculator paper. I can find 10% of 500, so I'm going to write my 500 over here, and I'm going to find 10%. Now 10%, if I look over here, literally just means 10 out of 100. Well, that could be cancelled down. I can cancel these zeros down, and 10 out of 100 just literally goes to be 1/10. So finding 10% is the same as dividing by 10. So if I divide by 10, I will get 50. So 10% will be 50. And all I've done is divided by 10. Now I can find 5%. Now 5% is half of 10%. So 5% is going to be half of 500 is going to be half of 50. So I can divide that by 2, which will give me 25. So that means in total, if I want to find 15% of 500, I can add these two up and I've got 75. 15% of 500 will be 75. Now, another way I can have a look at that is I could have a question which asks me to increase. Now, another word for an increase, let's carry on with our 15%, seeing as we know how to do 15% now, because we did that on the previous slide. It might say something has gone up by 15%. Somebody's had a pay rise of 15%. They might just say it's been increased by 15%. We might use the word profit. Something has made 15% more profit. Something has risen. All of these kind of words to mean increase. So if we're told to increase £500 by 15%, we can find 15% of 500, like we've just done, so we know that's 75 pounds. Therefore, an increase will be our original amount, £500, plus our 75. If the question had used the word decrease, so perhaps loss, reduction, sale, all kind of words that might lead us to think of a decrease. If we'd got a decrease of 15%, that would mean we'd need to take off £500, and now we would want to take off our 15% to give us 425. So on a non-calculator paper, we could very easily be asked to increase or decrease, and I can just carry on by finding the percentage of the amount and then either adding it on if it's an increase or taking it off if it's a decrease. Okay, now another thing we might be asked to do in a non-calculator paper is actually calculate a percentage. So we might be told that Joe got 14 out of 25 right. Okay, we want to know what percentage he got. Well, let's put it as a fraction first of all. 40 out of 25. Now, in order to be able to put this into a percentage, I need to be able to put it into a decimal. And I can't very easily put this into a decimal. So I'm going to turn this into hundredths. Now, to get it from 25 into 100, I've multiplied by 4. So I need to do the same thing with my numerator. Multiply that by 4. 4 times 10 is 40. 4 times 4 is 16. Add them together gives me 56. So now if Joe got 56 out of 100, he would have got 56%, because percentage means amount out of 100. Right, let's try a slightly harder one. Let's say now that, who should we have? Let's have Jasmine, seeing as she asked for this video. There we go. Jasmine, she's got 30 out of 40. And we want to be able to put that into a percentage. So I'm going to start off, I'm going to write it as a fraction. So she's got 30 out of 40. And now I need to be able to turn this into a hundredth, really. So I can't really easily turn 40 into 100. Well, I suppose I can, actually. I could turn it into 100 by saying, okay, let's times that by 2.5. That would get me into 100. That's one way of doing it. Bit of a hard way of doing it, to be honest. And then I've got to do 30 times 2.5. Well, 30 times 2 is 60, and half of 30 is 75. So that gives me 75 out of 100, which is 75%. There's an easier way of doing it, though. I could have started with my 30 out of 40, and notice straight away that I can cancel those zeros to give me 3/4, and I think we all know that 3/4 is 0.75 or 75%, so that might have been a slightly easier way. And those are all the kind of things that you might have to do on a non-calculator paper. In the next video, we're going to have a look at calculator methods, but on the next screen, I'm going to do some questions for you to have a go at. Have a go, press pause, and then press play to see the answers. Okay, here's 4 questions for you to have a go at. Number 1, Laura got 10 out of 40. Correct, how much percentage did she get? Number 2, increase £240 by 22%. Number 3, decrease 56 centimetres by 20%. Number 4, I earn £400 per week. If I get a pay rise of 3%, how much will I get next week? Press pause, calculate them, and then I will write the answers on for you. Okay, well, number 1, 10 out of 40. Well, that can go down to 1/4. And 1/4 is 25%. So we should have got 25% for that one. Number 2, increase 240 by 22%. Well, 10% is £24, so 20% will be £48. 2% will be £4.80. So I need to add all of that together. So my whole amount becomes £52.80. So if I add it all together onto my 240, I will get 29280. So that's my increase. That's the amount it's gone up by, but I actually need to work out what the new amount is once I've added it on. Right, decrease 56 by 20%. Well, 10% will be 5.6. So 20% will be 11.2 centimetres, but it doesn't want 20% of. It wants me to decrease, so I need to do 56 subtract 11.2. And that will give me 44.8 centimetres. Okie dokie, if I earn £400 a week and I get a pay rise, so it's this pay rise means it's a percentage increase of 3%. Well, 1% of 400 is 4, divide that by 100. So 3% will be 12, so my wages will go up to £412. Hope you got them all right. Now we're going to practice some calculator topics in my next video.